Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS news for January 10th, 2020. I'm Leslie Mejia. Today we'll be talking about voting, Reach Club, and popular streaming sites such as Netflix and Disney+. Your WKHS news starts now.
Audio Jungle.
Good morning, I'm Kendall Timms.
And I'm Tommy Hudek.
Reach Club is a program here at Kilbourne for our daily living skills students where they create valuable friendships with our student volunteers.
They do this through field trips and other hangout opportunities. Carson and Leslie tell us what Reach Club is all about.
Reach Club is a program here at Kilbourne where students help other students with social skills and many other useful skills for life. Carson and I talked to Reach Club members. What is Reach Club?
Reach Club is an opportunity for students at Kilbourne to come into the Daily Living Skills room and work with some of our students. It's a great opportunity to build relationships with students who have very unique qualities. It's also a great opportunity to join us on our field trips. We go on about 18 field trips a year. We go bowling, we're going curling, we go shopping, to the movies. Any of those daily living skills that they need to learn, we go on field trips for them.
Well, what I do in Reach Club is I help go on field trips and chaperone. I also just come down and stop by the classroom and interact and hang out with the kids.
You can join in by coming during your lunch period, during your free times, academic prep. You can come in, help us out in our classes. We can always use some more help, and it's a great chance to make some new friends.
Yeah, just come by and stop down in one of the rooms. The teachers are always excited to have kids in there, and I know the kids are always excited to see students are in there.
What is your favorite thing about Reach Club?
My friend is Kevin.
Do you like to make new friends?
Yeah,
And what's your name?
Kevin.
Bowling.
You like bowling. And what do you like about Reach Club?
Art.
Do you like going with your friends to your classes?
Yeah.
This has been Leslie Mejia, Carson Cott, WKHS News.
Many students aren't aware that if you're 18 by the time of the November election, you can vote in the upcoming primary.
Wesley and Kaden give us more information on how to be prepared for November.
In the upcoming year of 2020, presidential elections will be held to decide who the next president will be. In this election, 17-year-olds will be able to vote, but only in the primaries. Government teacher Ms. Galeros and student Jocelyn Elder tell us more. What are the upcoming elections and who can vote?
Okay, so we have two upcoming elections in 2020 that some Kilbourne students could possibly vote in. And the first is our presidential primary, which will be held on Tuesday, March 10th. And then the second election will be the general election held next November, November 3rd. And anyone who is 18 years old and a U.S. citizen and a resident of the state of Ohio can vote in the general election. And the exciting thing is that a lot of our students at Kilbourne who are only 17 years old can actually still participate in the presidential primary.
I've heard Kilbourne students have been very involved with trying to get 17-year-olds to be able to vote. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So for a really long time, in Ohio, we allowed 17-year-olds to vote. And two secretaries of state ago, Secretary of State John Husted decided to reinterpret the law. And he sort of suddenly decided that 17-year-olds would not be able to participate in presidential primaries. And we had registered students here at Kilbourne, and I had personally encouraged many 17-year-olds to go participate in that presidential primary, and they were being turned away. And so we got a group of students together from Worthington and some other Columbus students. There were 10 students who actually sued the Secretary of State. And we had 2 Kilbourne students and 2 Thomas students represented in that lawsuit. And I submitted testimony, and we won. And it was really exciting because we were able to get 17-year-olds the right to participate in the presidential primaries.
Why is it important to vote?
Well, first of all, it's part of our civic duty to vote if you're at the correct age. So since it's our civic duty to vote, it's very important that our opinions are able to be heard. And that's one of our greatest powers as citizens, as to tell the government what we want. So it's very important to vote so not only the government knows what we want, but as a symbol of our power as citizens.
How do you register to vote?
Well, actually, sometime in March, I'm going to be holding a voter registration drive, but also you can just get in contact with any of the government/history teachers. Miss Glaros in particular has that information, so that's the main person I would go to.
Be sure to come out and vote in the primary elections, which are being held on March 17th if you're a 17 or older. This has been Caden Bevelander and Wesley Frank, WKHS News.
People have more streaming options now than ever, and Disney Plus is the newest one.
Yeah, it's got all the Marvel and Star Wars movies, and they're coming out with original content progressively.
Yeah, Justin and Justin, tell us more.
It's officially 2020, and there's more options today to watch and stream entertainment more than ever before. With companies such as Netflix and Hulu, who have been in the streaming industry for quite some time now, are facing steep competition from other companies such as Apple, NBC Universal, Amazon, Warner Media, Disney, CBS, and even YouTube. Streaming services have been on the rise for quite some time now, and some consumers are now completely ditching cable for the streaming services that also offer live TV, such as YouTube and Hulu. WKHS students tell us more about the streaming services they prefer to use and why. What streaming service do you prefer to use?
Netflix, because it has The Office and Pokemon.
What streaming service do you use?
Disney Plus.
Can you give me a valid reason why?
Because it has my favorite shows like Sweet Life on Deck.
What streaming service do you use?
I got YouTube TV.
Can you tell us why?
Because my cousin hooked me up for an account for free.
There are pros and cons to each streaming service, but however, it all comes down to personal preference. If you like watching a nice TV show, maybe Hulu's for you because they offer more TV shows. But if you like watching a nice flick, maybe Disney Plus is for you because they tend to offer more movies. This has been Justin Allen and Justin Agner, WKHS News.
Being open to new ideas.
Refreshing your mind.
Focusing on what's happening right now.
Focusing on your goals.
Being aware of the importance of your mental health.
Recognizing when you need to calm down.
So mindfulness is the art of paying attention to what you want right now. And this can be practiced in a few different ways, but it's focusing your attention in the moment and being here and now.
How can people experience mindfulness?
One of the best things to do to practice in being mindful is figuring out something that you can add as part of your daily routine. Some people talk about this as being the next big health wave, similar to brushing your teeth. Something that you do every day at the same time so that you create muscle memory, and this is something that's familiar to you.
Now that you've heard what mindfulness really is, here are some tips on how to be mindful. You can listen to music, meditate, relax your mind, be in the now, and learn how to control your emotions. Most people are mindful and don't even give themselves credit for it. Mindfulness is a superpower and needs to be spread. This has been Kendall Timms and Amaya Harris, WKHS News. This has been your WKHS News. Girls and boys basketball take on Thomas tonight at the Branch campus for the Wotown Showdown. Girls play at 6 and boys are at 7:30.
Boys and girls diving compete tomorrow at 11 at the Westerville Rec Center. Have a fun and safe weekend, Kilbourne, and always remember to keep it classy.